Sorry. The correct term you're looking for in your video is not Anglo-Irish, it's Hibrno-Norman when talking about 15th century armour in Ireland. No. When I made that video, I quite literally mean 15th century Anglo-Irish armour. You see, even in the 11th century, when Strongbow invaded Ireland, it's very questionable to refer to the Normans as Normans because the Norman invasion happened in 1066, but by that time, the first wave of invaders that invaded Ireland in 1169, that many people refer to as Normans, were in fact at the time referred to as the Knights of the Welsh Marches and were located here, and that was Strongbow's invasion in 1169. The second invasion is in 1171, and that was done by Henry II. But Henry II wasn't from Normandy. He had usurped the title and was from Anjou. So in fact, the Anjous had already at that point usurped the Normans. So we're no longer dealing with a Norman invasion. We're dealing with an invasion led by the Anjous. However, we're not talking about the 11th or 12th century. We're talking about the 15th century. And in the 15th century, we have a group of people referred to in the sources as the Gaul. The Gaul are the people who originally came over around the 11th and 12th century, the Norman invasion as you refer to, and have settled in. And they are referred to by modern historians as the Anglo-Irish. Why are they called the Anglo-Irish? Well, they have somewhat settled in Ireland and have a relationship with the native Gaelic people, so they're Irish, but they're also Anglo because they're also a part of the English world as well, especially during the 100 Years' War, where they actually campaign against the men of Normandy. So it would be quite strange to have the Normans fighting the Normans in the 15th century during the 100 Years' War. It's quite easy to refer to them as Anglo-Irish because they're between the Irish world and the Anglo world. And I know straight away people will say, oh, but they're part of Norman descent. But they're also part of the descendancy of Frisia, Brittany, and as I said before, Anjou as well. So they're made up of many different groups from France. But that's a good 300 years. They're also made up of various groups from England as well, and also Gaelic. But we refer to them as Anglo-Irish because in the 15th century, they're between the Gaelic and Anglo world. Easy peasy.